Hey guys, it's Millie. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a first impressions face of makeup. So I haven't got like everything, but I mean like the basic things like foundation, concealer, brows, what else? And some eyelashes. I ordered these a few days ago and they have just arrived. So I thought I wanted to do an IGTV, but I'm going to do an IGTV tomorrow because I thought I want to do a first impressions on camera with you guys. Please ignore my nails. I painted them yesterday by myself and I've never done that before properly, and as we can see they're all chipped and disgusting, so I'm going to have to repaint them today. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. I'm not naked, I do have a top on. It's just really low. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do and let's just get started. So I'm going to go in with both of my favourite products for the base. I'm just going to tuck my hair behind my ears. I'm just going to use this duo fibre brush because it just applies it easily in a thin layer. As well, my hands are super orange today. I did moisturise my hands before I put on my tan last night, but I don't know what it was. I think I put a bit too much tan. I think I was being a bit too generous. But I'd much rather darker hands than pale hands because I just feel like when my whole body's tan and then my hands are pale, it's just a little bit not right. So I'm just gonna put these two together. By the way, I'm using strobe cream in the golden shade and then Olay Beauty Base moisturiser. I'm just gonna apply this. I'm really excited. I've seen these products, I've been eyeing them up for ages, and then I seen, who was it? This influencer. What's her name? Becca, I think. She does a lot of like fake tan and like base makeup sort of. So yeah, she does a lot of like Instagram stories and I think a YouTube video and also just a lot of TikToks and stuff. I always come across her talking about it. So, and her skin always looks constantly glowy, and I just needed, if you can hear Stan, he's playing with Shane downstairs, that's why he's so loud. But yeah, she always looks super glowy, and although I love doing my makeup really glowy and I'm happy with how I do it, there was just like my foundation is running out, for example, and it's obviously a MAC foundation, so I just wanted a cheaper alternative for now until usually in the summer I get a new one before I go on holiday. But obviously that's not happening, so I thought I wanted a cheaper alternative that was good for the fake tan shade, and also a new concealer, because this concealer I already use, as you might have seen in all my videos, but I haven't used this shade. I'm literally scraping it out because obviously it was my sister's. I didn't actually buy it myself, so I didn't get the full experience, if you get what I mean. And then I also got some new eyelashes and eyebrows because my eyebrow pencil is slowly running out, but the soap is kind of starting to dry out my eyebrows, which I really recommend using soap for your eyebrows, but just get like a hydrating one or like a clear. You can get them and they're really cheap, but it's just I was using one that you use for your face to dry out your face, and obviously we can all tell where that would go on my eyebrows. The foundation, I'm really scared. So this looks really good on her, and I got her exact shade, but it's shade soft tan and it looks dark, like, and this is like the darkest my tan has kind of been lately, so a little bit scared to use this. It's SPF 50, which is so good. I'm gonna see if it flashes back, so I'll try and insert a picture if it does, but if it doesn't, obviously you'll know that it doesn't. It says it's the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Lightweight Protective Makeup. It's anti-pollution and broad spectrum SPF, obviously, and it's in the shade 265 Soft Tan. Yeah, it basically says it's just a really high factor to protect your face whilst being full coverage as well. Again, I don't really like full coverage foundations, if I'm honest, but I thought I'd give it a try. So, oh god, I'm really scared. By the way, this is literally the first time ever trying it. Okay, it looks bloody dark if you ask me. Again, I feel like I'm gonna get in a Molly May scandal. Don't come at me. Your girl's got to match her face to her chest, and at this point, I'm out of school now, so I really couldn't go. Shite. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. I don't know what to apply. I'm gonna apply it with this first. it seems quite thick. I need a mirror. It does seem thick but also lightweight at the same time. Like, let me just go in straight with this brush, because I feel like that's more dense and it'll apply the product how it's meant to be applied. So I do feel like it's got like a medium coverage. I don't know if it's a full coverage. I don't know if you can see that. I look super yellow on camera, wow. It is like it's got coverage, but I wouldn't say it's major. Like, in comparison to my Huda Beauty foundation, this one is quite like lightweight compared to this. This is really thick and it's really full coverage, and so it's not as thick as that, which I guess is a good thing, because I feel like you could build this up. I'm gonna try and build it up today and see how it builds up, because I know when I'm watching first impression videos, especially on the foundation part, I like to see how it builds up, because you want to be able to apply it in the daytime and also be able to apply it in the nighttime. Like, personally, I can't really use the Huda Beauty foundation in the day because it's just way too... So this is like, I would say, a pump. It's not in a pump format, but it's the same amount of product as a pump, I would say, and that's covered basically my whole face except my forehead. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's just, I've got redness here, but that's not redness that can necessarily be covered. It's psoriasis, so it's dry patches, but it doesn't seem to be clinging really bad. Like, the Huda Beauty really clings to my dry patches, but this hasn't seemed to do that. Obviously I've got most of my dry patches on my forehead, so we'll have to see how that plans out. The colour is really, really nice. Obviously, I mean, I'm gonna have to do something with this because it looks worse on camera than it is real life. In real life, this matches perfectly. I feel like every makeup person says that, but obviously your camera can change a lot of things. So I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit more, like half a pump, just to put on my forehead, and then if I need a bit more anywhere else, just add it on. This is the moment of truth. So as you've seen before, my patches were very visible. I'm not expecting them to be extremely covered because I want the redness to go for sure, but I'm not expecting them to be like disappear, because they actually like you can't get them to disappear because they're just dry. But it doesn't seem to be clinging at all to the dry patches. Like, it's obviously sitting, like it's there, but I feel like it's like soaked into my skin so well. So I'm really looking rough today. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It's literally got such a nice finish. I don't know whether, let me see what sort of finish it's meant to have. This formula is enriched with antioxidants and helps to protect skin from environmental aggressors. So it doesn't say actually what texture it's meant to have. It's just obviously a full coverage foundation. So my mum literally just FaceTimed me whilst I was filming, so had to update her on the foundation choice. But I was literally just saying, it's mad how full coverage it can be and buildable. It's really buildable. I've tried to put more like on the places that I'm a bit more red, and it's so good. Like, it's glowy, as you can see. Like, I've got my base underneath, so that's obviously like still shining through. That's obviously helped it. But if it's a full coverage formula, sometimes you can't see it through. Like, sometimes with the Huda Beauty, even if I put moisturiser and strobe cream underneath, you can't really see it. But with this one, you really can, and it's actually unreal. Like, it's full coverage, but really lightweight. It's like a mix between, like, face and body, which is basically water with a little bit of a tint, and like a What's a good foundation? And this one. This is my sister's. I've used it before. It's really nice. It's the Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury foundations, can I just say, are unreal. Concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me as I do usually, but this is the shade I usually use. There's a big difference. So I really should have got another shade like this, because this is quite dark, but I didn't want to go for a really light one because sometimes this can just wash me out a bit and not look right with a dark foundation. So I thought I'd go for something a bit darker, but it ended up being quite a lot darker. This is in like the lightest shade, and this is in the shade, I think I got this in the shade like light, shade 10. It's in like light or something, but I have not tried this again. All I've tried is like a half. This was like half gone, and when my sister gave it to me, so this is like my first proper go at it. Okay, so I'm just gonna, wow. This concealer is literally dreams. It's so creamy. It's like it reminds me of the NARS creamy concealer, but way less dry, because I find that the NARS one runs out really quickly. It's just hard to apply sometimes. But this, wow. Everyone on TikTok has been bringing it right out, so I'm going to try that, see if it makes a difference. I don't think it will, but honestly, such a nice shade. This goes perfectly. It's not too light, it's not too dark. Wow, I'm literally in love. But again, Maybelline Fit Me, a lot of people talk about it, a lot of people rave about it. And when I didn't actually believe any of the things, I was just like, everyone raved about the Tarte Shape Tape, and I feel like that would be way too full coverage for me. But this, I tried it, and as soon as I tried it last time, it was so creamy. But this time it's even better because it's the right shade for me, and it's like a brand new bottle. So it's like, you know, when you get a brand new bottle, you know it's like the best. Wow, look at that blend. It literally just blended in literally 1 second. I'm literally obsessed. I need to stop saying literally, and I need to stop saying obsessed. But I am over the moon with these products. I sound like I'm doing literally like... By the way, I got this on Superdrug website. If you are wondering, and it was so cheap. Maybelline always had deals on in Superdrug. It was like buy one get the second one half price, or it was like buy 3 products for, I can't literally remember. But Revolution also had a deal on, so I literally got all of this for under £20, which I think is unreal, because if you went shopping in Debenhams or Selfridges, it would be expensive. Oh, really recommend this concealer. Well, you can even see, like, I don't even have to explain because you can just see the results. The next thing I'm going to do is add a tiny bit of my trusty Revolution cream contour, just to define it a little bit, because we don't want everything to just have the same colour as my foundation. But I'm only going to try and use a tiny bit because I don't want it to be too orange. The other day, I used so much of this and I ended up being super orange for literally no reason. And I just blend this out with my foundation brush. I think I'm gonna try and get this out before my thingy video, my IGTV. If you're wondering what I'm talking about and you don't follow me on Instagram yet, which again, it's always in the description, it's a great way to just see kind of my everyday life in quarantine. But anyway, yeah, so if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, I did an IGTV recently, and I did an eye look, just a simple one for beginners, and it went down really well. Like, a lot of you loved it. I got such great feedback, so thank you so much to whoever's watched that. But if you haven't, go check it out, because I'm gonna do a video tomorrow and do like a base makeup for beginners, with obviously inexpensive products. But today I just thought I'd do a first impressions on the products, because why not? And it's kind of like a get ready with me. Tonight I'm also going to try and film a drunk assumptions video. That should be interesting. But yeah, I thought it'd just be a fun little thing to do. So the next thing I'm going to do is apply blush. This is like I'm applying all my cream products. This is kind of a first impressions, but I've already used it, so it's kind of not. But it's like the first time it's been featured on my channel, I think. So this is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek liquid kind of thing. And it's in the shade Work. Really nice shade. And I just take this on a brush. You can definitely hear Shane. And you just take it on the brush and I just dab it on my cheeks. I can't remember, I did this in my last video with a lip product, but I've stepped it up a little bit because obviously this is Georgie's. She bought it in New York actually, but I've always wanted to try Milk makeup. I've just never got around to it because obviously it's from America and you can only kind of really get it online, I think. Or if you can get it in store, I don't ever really go makeup shopping ever. So I've never really gone and got it, and I'm loving my life with my Milk makeup. So that is what I do. As you can see, it's quite a lot, but I love it. It's just like a chubby stick. You can use it for your lips as well, as I just said already. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use, again, the L'Oreal Paris True Match Highlight in the shade Icy Glow. And you know the drill. I take it, I rub it on the back of my hand, and then I apply it. This is so much better applied with like a kind of, it's not really a duo fibre brush, but like a really fluffy brush, because if you apply it with like a dense brush, then it just ends up stripy, and we don't want that with our highlight, do we? So we like it to be natural. I like to put my highlighter, cream highlighter, underneath my eyes a little bit, because I just like my face to look extremely glowy, but I don't like the powder highlight all over the face, because I've seen a few people do that, it just doesn't look right. And go over that. I was so like not wanting to do another makeup video on my channel because I know I've done a few like get ready with me's, but I just thought it's what I like to do. I like to have a chit chat and do makeup, so that's what I'm currently gonna just try out and do. This is obviously the product that I'm gonna be trying out today, and it's the Revolution Soap Brow. Holds brows in place whilst creating fluffy styling. So you can use it one of two ways. You can wet the brush, or you can just use it dry. So it's kind of like, it looks like Vaseline to me. Get dry, and I'm just gonna try and get some product on there. And I'm just gonna brush up my brows, I guess. The one thing I hate though is when the product takes off the product on your face already. Sometimes I have that problem. But it doesn't seem to be doing that right now. And if it does, then I'll just go over back with foundation. I've got like psoriasis in my eyebrows at the moment, so they're extremely dry, which is great. But it's doing the job really well actually, and it doesn't seem as dry as it does when I put soap on them. Obviously I'm gonna have to go over and put foundation there again, but £5 at most. But again, like I was already saying to everyone, just use soap, don't buy any products. It's only because I only have dry soap at the moment. I don't have like a moisturising one, so I don't want to be drying out my eyebrows when I have psoriasis. But yeah, that's all. you do. And it's bloody working, let me tell you that. My finger and brush them up with my finger, because sometimes when you apply the product you can't really get them flat, so you need to do it with your finger. There we go. Well, as usual, I'm going to take my NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Ash Brown.
Underline them. And then brush on some hairs. Then painted it on. But I'm going to go back in a minute and just apply more gel to stick them in place. But I don't like to have like a proper precise tailbone, or I just like to make sure this arch bit is good, and then I just brush them up at the front, as you can see.
Brow setter. This is my fave product. It's just, it's not powerful enough to keep them up. That's why I need that brow soap. But it's really good setter, as in just keeping the hairs looking like hairs instead of blocks.
Not as blonde as it was before. But I've always loved a dark brow, and I know people hate it because they're just like, it doesn't match your hair colour, but it does match my roots, so we're just going to leave that alone. Okay, so I'm just going to go around underneath of my brows, and I'm just going to pat my foundation brush just to get a bit of product there. There we go. And now I'm going to set it all, because you've always got to set. But I just put this all over my face. As you can see, it sets it, but it makes it extra glowy. Hey, this is MAC Soft and Gentle. No, not Soft and Gentle. Get Me Sun. Mineralized Skin Finish Bronzer. And I'm just going to bronze up my face. I mean, it's extremely orange already, so we're just going to try and warm it up a tiny bit. A bit on the nose always, forehead. And always down at the neck. Obviously I'm wearing this top today, so I'm going to have to okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to use my Urban Decay blush in After Grey 8 Hour brush in Quickie. As you can see, it's extremely pigmented and dark and bright, but it does the job. My mum's had this for so long. You know, like one of the makeup products that you just know is like your nan's or your mum's makeup, because it's just this. When my mum loved her colours back in the day. But yeah, I just put this everywhere.
I love a bit of blush, so I'm just gonna pop this on. One thing I do want to get another one of is a highlighter. I want to get one from MAC because I do like the formula of this. It's just, I don't like the colour really. If I'm doing like a rosy look, then I like the colour, but it's just sometimes it's just too pink. Is that skin? Obsessed. So, and a dense brush, a fluffy brush, whatever you want. And I'm just going to put that in my crease. For today's look, I don't really want anything major. Just want a little bit of something on my eye to blend it in a bit. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that down my nose. Let's give a bit of shape. I'm going to quickly curl my lashes with, this is from Ted Baker, and then I'm going to apply the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. Can I just say, I don't know what it is, but since I've been using this mascara, my eyelashes have grown a little bit longer. Don't know whether I'm just imagining that, but maybe the Kush is doing something, you know. Okay, so I'm going to pulse these for about okay, so now that I've just put a little tiny bit of mascara on to prep my lashes, I've got these lashes that I'm going to try for you guys. I wanted to do more like a drugstore kind of haul, first impressions, because obviously we're all in lockdown, so we need kind of cheap options that we can quick buy off Superdrug and get it done and over with. So these are the Superdrug own brand lashes in the shade in the type Natural Edition 13 for natural volume and length. It includes lash glue, suitable for contact lens wearers, and that's literally it. Thank God it comes with glue because I certainly do not have glue, and I bet it's a really bad glue. But I'm going to try it for you guys. In my photos, honestly, like when people meet me in real life, they're like, oh my God, your eyes are so blue, like they're, and I'm just like, that's because you cannot see them in my pictures because they're just so tiny that when I'm like far away from the camera, they're just tiny. You can hardly see them, so I'm just not going to touch. I'm not going to touch anymore because that it will fall off. I love the look of these eyelashes. I've wanted to just get natural eyelashes for a while because big eyelashes just don't suit me because I've got, as I've said about 1,000 times, I've got small eyes, so having big eyelashes just makes me look terrible. So I've been waiting to get my hands on a pair, and these are really nice. If I could get nice glue with it, then they'd be fine. If I do say so myself, that's okay considering this glue is absolute. It's quite good. Oh, the inner corner looks so bad, which I'm gonna try and sort out. But honestly, first impressions. Thank God this is a first impressions and not like an everyday makeup, because this would not be a great thing to put on YouTube if it wasn't first impressions. I'm gonna go over with my brow setter again, because we might have got foundation or something in it and we don't want any of that messing with the colour, so we're just gonna brush this through.
Classic mole, and I'm gonna add a few freckles as well. It's still there. It's still shining through. Okay, then I'm just gonna. I have so many freckles at the moment, and to be fair, this foundation hasn't covered all of them, which I find is a good thing. But I feel like definitely if you like a full coverage foundation, you could build this up to be a full coverage. It's definitely covering what I want it to cover, so it's all good. Then I'm just going to take my foundation brush and just go over them a bit so they're not so harsh.
So then last of all, I'm going to use my Kiko Lip Volume lip gloss. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, a comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!